Nigeria is already gone. It's got nothing to do with Asura. Our focus will be on the southwest. Let us give warning in advance to every politician in the southwest. That the constitution that you are using on us is gone. Tabashin Fuini respect is because we are still giving respect to some of our elders like Professor Banji Akintoye. Yesterday in Suleja in Niger State, a police station was burnt down. Burnt down that you can confirm. We will not be destructive, but I have told you there will be a time for anarchy. We have not got to that stage yet, but we will get there very soon, pretty soon. Pretty soon. Some of those politicians, which is where I was coming into before the broadcast went down. They know something. And what they know, I'll tell you, is that last year, that Berebugo agitation, they did everything in their possibly best to stop it. But on Sunday that went past indicate that our message of this self-determination is now also known to them. There's no doubt about that anymore. So Sherry Gbogbo Antoni, what ti gbọ́ yẹn, ẹ fi yẹn sílẹ̀. Àwọn tá fẹ́ jẹ́ kó gbọ́, wọ́n ti gbọ́ message yẹn nísìn. Sherry yẹn, ìyá tó wà lábúlé, ìyá tó ṣe kíní kan. Let me say this first before I go into the conversation. There's not going to be any referendum in June 12 as of a link that is going around, and so many people must have felt that. There's no referendum on the 12th of June, but there will be a lot of protest rally across the world. That I can assure you that. There will be a lot of protest, and there might be also a lot of lockdown in some particular area that I'm not going to tell you now. There will be a lockdown June 12. But if anyone fill the form on a particular link, that is not going to happen on the June 12th, as so many of you have been filling that form. There's nothing of such. So there will not be anything of such in terms of referendum. Referendum is not coming yet. When referendum will come, there must have been a lot of chaos in the land before we get to referendum. And if referendum comes, that will be a little bit if the world, the international community does not intervene in time before then. Oh, just a conscious mind, acclamation. The international community are watching. And I want to give kudos to every diaspora that I will not go into details. They are already talking to so many countries across the globe that there's problem in Nigeria. They are talking to them. They are already talking to the international community that the problem that you refuse to look into is now getting closer. And the politician. The question I want to say to every one of us, the Yoruba politician cannot stop what is about to start. The Yoruba politician cannot stop what is about to start. Cherry Bobo Itambabo láti last year is preambles. I've listened to so many platforms and I've watched carefully some of what they say. If anyone around the globe planning anything against the Yoruba agitators, it is too late. It is too late for that now. So my advice to them is either they leave us alone and deal with the problem, or the problem will also consume them. I've seen some of you criticize that what should we be when it comes to our relationship with the Biafra. Let me say this clear and loud. And I've said it since last year, and I'll say it again. The Biafra is not our problem. Our problem is the Hausa Fulani that have kept us below our poverty line for a very long time, working in conjunction with so many Yorubas. So when people saw the statement that Chief Sunday Igboho asked me to release, some of you criticize it so much that why should we want to fight along the Biafra? They are not to be trusted. So should we trust the Hausa Fulani or the stupidity of the Yoruba politician like the ones you saw on Sunday? So will you trust those you saw on Sunday that came together and told you in your face that you are all secessionists? The Biafra is not my problem. When we determine how we will govern ourselves, any Biafra or Igbo or any other tribe will decide whether they want to stay with us based on our constitution when the time comes. But we have so many hypocrite Yorubas that are still standing, that are more against the Biafra because of what has happened in the past. This fight must be fought with anybody that wants to release us out of Nigeria. And there's no doubt about that. You might not like it, that has got nothing to do with us. Because even our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, is working in conjunction with the Igbo. So what is the hell that a lot of you are talking about, that Chief Sunday Igboho released a statement that he will support the agitation and the fight against the Biafra should the federal government goes for them? Federal government, you know. Do you think that the federal government will not come for us? Who are you thinking that they will not come on us in a very hard way? But some of you prefer to see people talking and deceive you. I am not in for that. T-Bab, our Professor Banji Akintoye, T-Afitowotowo, that respect so much, says that he's working and is the chairman of NINAS. Do you know who are the NINAS? Oh, you don't know that the Igbo people are part of NINAS? Oh, you don't know? Oh, it's because you are not hearing the word Biafra from his mouth. So you prefer to work with the Yoruba politician that calls you secessionist and doesn't want you to leave Nigeria. You prefer that as against the Biafra and the Igbo. Yes, they might have different, some of them might call themselves Biafra, some of them might call themselves Igbo. But the most important thing is they want total freedom out of the Janjaweed Nigeria that a lot of you have lived and never expect anything from Nigeria ever since you've been given birth to. Nobody can come out and say, this is what Nigeria have done for me. But one thing is, we will fight these with anybody any region that wants to come out of Nigeria. And that is something that you might not like. I've seen some of you talk about the flag. Let me say this again. Our father that some of you disrespect, because if you respect Professor Banji Akintoye, nobody will talk again on that flag issue. Because some of you are just jokers. I know you don't like the way I talk. Any moment point finger is because some of us have decided we will fight this to the end, regardless of whatever will be the outcome. But some of you wants to be one leg in, one leg out. I am not in for that. I want to be one leg full into this struggle. And that is what I will do till the end. When Professor Banji Akintoye have spoken, who are we then to start talking about we love one flag as against one flag? Some of you are even comparing the Biafra flag. So does the Biafra now ask Oriono inside their flag? No one will talk on what he has said as our leader. I am not the leader. I am just coming from the... I might be a frontliner of this struggle, and there's no doubt about that. But for some of you still have this hatred for Professor Banji Akintoye. If not, why should you even be talking about the flag again? When he has told us continuously that all that are temporary issue. But some of you think because eti print, lori asho lasan, and that is a big problem, to change that to what Professor Banji Akintoye have asked us to do. The question then is, some of you saying that are not even on the ground. It's because we have all not agreed in line with Ilanoma Odua. Ilanoma Odua is still the only organization that took us to UNPO, and I'm not saying the other platform are not working, but that is something that we must appreciate and we must also talk about. But a lot of us think because we are too intelligent. We are so intelligent. So a man in his 80s stay inside Nigeria shouting a total disintegration out of Nigeria. But yet, we don't want to give him a full support. So, Baba in their 80s. Do you think that Professor Banji Akintoye is not at risk every day from what he's doing and what he's saying? I think Baba Nicola were at risk. Do you know how many evil that they might be planning against somebody like that? And until we all understand that every one of us, every single one of us must either stand with him or we stand away from him. They might not be perfect, just like myself. No one is perfect. But one thing is, he has continuously said the truth and nothing but the truth, that the best option for us as Yoruba people is to stand on our own. And some of you don't even understand the meaning of that, and I'm going to break it down. Our identity is going. Our identity is going. And if care is not taken, we will all lose that identity. And that is why some of us, majority of us, including a lot of you, are working day and night against all odds to make sure that our real identity as Yoruba, when we talk about 1914, that is 100 years ago, that we might not even be able to record because no proper data was available then. So when people are now saying that we should continue with one Nigeria as against what? So that my own real identity that has been destroyed before 1914 Do you know that the people that killed us, and some of you think that they're our friends? So you are looking at the white people as our friends. You see them as our friends, but you forgot that they created a lot of havoc before 1914. And that havoc is why majority of us are still living the way we are living today. That is why we are all fighting. Some of you think that the white people are better off us because you see them as your God. Everyone gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọlọ́run. Everyone gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọlọ́run. And our identity is almost going away. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. We're losing our identity, but I would rather fight the same way the white people fought to conquer us. I will do the same thing now to fight till the end and see that the Yoruba nation will stand against all odds. But one thing is, it will take a collective work. Tó bá ròyìn fún ẹlòmíì in tí àwọn òyìnbó tẹ̀yìn wò yẹn in tó ṣe fún wa, tẹ wá ní káwa máa bẹ̀rù nísìn pé kí làwa náà lè ṣe fún ká lè fi kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. They've given them all the backing in the north as against the south. History have already told us all that. We don't have to go into that all the time. Everybody knows that the white people have given more hope to the northerners for their own identity, but they want my own identity and yours to be wiped off from the planet of Earth. So what we are fighting for is nothing more than our identity, because that identity is going bit by bit. Elomiani, but Koiki, we can fix the problem. Even some of your senior advocates of Nigeria are now also saying we should go back to the 1963 constitution. So now they know that we should go back to 1963 constitution. But what about let us go back a little bit more further back and talk about the 1914, before the 1960 independence. We are no longer in that era. We are no longer in that era. The era we are in now is Yorubas will leave, will disintegrate, will leave Nigeria, even if we have to fight our way out. We will. So all these Yoruba politicians thinking that àwọn ló ní Oṣòdì, àwọn ló ní Ọ̀ṣun State, àwọn ló ní Kwara, àwọn ló ní Kogi, àwọn ló ní this, in their mind, in their mindset, that is what they are thinking. The question is, can there be everywhere? Can there be everywhere? They cannot be everywhere. And they know that. There won't be everywhere. So if they are thinking, mind one way, they will do everything to threaten, to push us back. It is too late for that. The pushback is now we against the Yoruba politician. That is where we are going now. It is we against the Yoruba. We've got nothing to do with the Hausa Fulani government that is in operation. It is we against our Yoruba politicians. And let us tell them clearly, we remain peace, loyal people, but we are not stupid. We know what to do and when to do it. Some of you think we have been talking too much and there's no action. But the Yoruba politician now knows that there's a problem waiting at the crossroad. They can feel it now. If they can't feel it, they will not go on Sunday and talk about it. A Yoruba politician is ready to sacrifice our own identity as against his own personal interest. We are talking about identity now. So they think that some of us will just fade away. Some of us will stop. They think some of you will get tired. Say a Yoruba man nisin, àwọn politician wa, àwọn prefer pé kí àwa gbogbo wa nisin, right? Against their own interest. Interest tí wọ́n làwọn wà after. But they can read the warning. Let me say this. Some of you know millions of Yoruba have nothing to lose in Nigeria. They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose in Nigeria. That means they will do whatever it takes. I've been in Nigeria now for a very long time. And the fear in the heart of the people is definitely now going away. The fear that the politicians have created, because the politician created the fear on our people. And when what and this Yoruba nation that we've been talking about won't go anywhere. And they can feel it already. They can feel it. Let me open up what one of them had to say. I'm going to read this out. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast. Okay, we lost one of the broadcast again. We will start it in due course. Let's put this here. So, Nigeria should scrap the 1999 Constitution and adopt the 1963 Republican Constitution, SAGE. Now they are all talking. When Professor Banji Akintoye was saying that the 1999 Constitution is a fraud, some of them were probably not in line with him. Just give me a few minutes. Let me start this back. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome. All right, we're good to go. According to the Presidential Advisory Committee, who is Professor Itase Sage, the senior advocate of Nigeria. I'm sure you all know him. You know him very well. I said, and I'm reading from what he said, so that I can be able to put this one like that. because I want to read from the laptop. 1999 Constitution should be scrapped, and the 1963 skip that way. And the 1963 Republican Constitution should be amended and adopted as the country constitution. This is an 80-year-old man. So it is now, that constitution is not working. The 1999 constitution is not working when he's 80 years old. Where was he 40 years ago to have done what we are doing now? What we are doing now at my 40 is what these old men should have done. But they refused because they were thinking that they can fix Nigeria. He's now in his 80, probably fragile bones, not as strong as when he was in his youth. Maybe we should blame them or not is not the question. But the question is, a lot of them saw the same problem, but they wanted to manage that problem. But that problem was not manageable. That is why we are where we are today. Majority of them wanted to resolve the problem, but the Fulani Caliphate knew that they were not interested in Nigeria, but they had a different view of how the Yoruba saw Nigeria. Nígbà táwa Yorùbá ń ronú pé a máa fix Nigeria máa rọrùn fún gbogbo wa láti jọ gbé papọ̀. The Hausa Fulani was not thinking in that direction. And that is why millions of us would rather live outside our domain than live inside Nigeria. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome. It's exactly 1 minute past 2, 25th of May, 2021. I want to now focus on what are the British view. Some of my posts. So I'm going to take you back to what the British are thinking. While we are discussing how we want to separate out of Nigeria, the British are working very hard to keep the unity of Nigeria together. They want to keep the unity together. They want us to be together. I don't know for what benefit and for what purpose. But what I can tell you is part of what I'm going to be discussing now. Once again, a very good afternoon. I'm going on Twitter now. And I'll be going back to the British High Commission. And whatever I'm reading from there, that means is the British government. Because their representative in Nigeria, ẹni tó jẹ́ aṣojú wọn ní Nigeria, is working based on what she's getting from UK. So when some of you are talking about the basic, the British are already moving in advance. Last time I showed you the director of the British High Commission, the British Council, talking about the next generation. Some of us were upset. We left it like that, and that was the end of it. But this time around, they've now come down more closer to the house. The Deputy High Commission was in Ibadan last week. Some of you were not even talking about it. He met with the king, the Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, Ikú Bàbá Yèyé, Orí Adé. He also met with so many stakeholders, the governors. What is the whole reason why the British High Commission is traveling from the southwest to the southeast at this crucial stage when all the Yorubas are saying that we are no longer interested to be part of Nigeria and we want total disintegration? Once again, a very good afternoon. Why some of us were more focused on the flimsy things? We're talking about flag. We're talking about few things. But the British are already taking a big step ahead of us. They're going from the north to the south, to the southeast. And do you know what they're talking about? How to come and discuss the unity of Nigeria and the 2023 election. And that is the British. You can go, if you have a different phone or different device, just go on their Twitter, because I'm going to be bringing those information from their Twitter now. It is called at UK in Nigeria. That is the stakeholder. That is one of our biggest stakeholder in terms of the reason why we are where we are today. The reason why a lot of us are all crying, whether we are rich or poor, whether we are going where our identity is about to be taken away, is because the British created the problem. And that problem is now going into the 21st century by trying to tell us as if they are the people complaining, as if they are the government, as if they are still in charge, telling us how we will conduct another election in 2023 and the unity of Nigeria. Àwọn ṣàlàyé fáwa pé ẹ máa wòran gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. This is where I say things will get very hot at some point. Let's take you back. And I'm just going back into some of those as well. This one was 7 hours ago. Sam Wardock. Let's hear this very well. This is the same British that started the problem that is creating so much havoc across the land, because they brought us together under a fraudulent amalgamation. This is what Sam Wardock has to say. The attack on INEC offices must stop. INEC office, it must stop, because we will hold election in Nigeria in 2023. A Yoruba man, a white man, is still deciding for me and you. But we have intellectuals that almost your identity is going away. What is the real interest of this individual talking about the INEC office when we are discussing a total disintegration, the chaos of the killings of the Igbo in the southeast, the killing and the maiming of the Yorubas in the southwest? The British are more interested in the 2023 election. They are more concerned about the INEC office as against my life and your life. And that is why some of you that think that because you live in Britain, you are more better off than those inside Nigeria, even though majority of us there are second-class citizens. Sam Wardock. Who is Sam Wardock? They have them in different places inside Nigeria. Some of you don't know that. Sam Wardock, let me show you his face. So I'm going to turn the camera around one at a time so that you can just have a look at it. That's him there. I hope you can see his face. Oyibo man. It's nice. People like Oyibo people. You see him there? Sam Wardock is the head of government, is the head of governances, conflict and social development, British High Commission in Abuja. That is him, Sam Wardock. You can go on the Twitter, at Sam Wardock. So they have their own operation working in Nigeria, deciding for Nigerian government how we conduct election. Was that the same way we advised them when they were leaving EU? But some of us are losing the focus while the British are already moving around. Sam Wardock, like I show those of you on Koiki Media, I can show everyone, so you might want to go on Twitter and be able to say it properly. As of today, Ben Louis Jones. Who is Ben Louis Jones? I'll tell you who that Ben Louis Jones. Ben Louis Jones is the Deputy High Commissioner, Lagos. a former UK DHC to, I think this is South Africa, RAS, I hope so. He has worked in Rwanda, Burundi. As of today, I can confirm to you that he was also at the Oba of Lagos today. Ben Lewy Jones. I'll show you, those of you, I can't show everyone, but those on Koiki Media, I will just move the camera so I can show you. Ben Lewy Jones says, and I quote, this was posted 1 hour ago on Twitter, "I would like to thank His Royal Highness, the Oba of Lagos, for seeing me today and for our discussion on the importance of peace, security, jobs, economic growth in Lagos and throughout Nigeria." That is in there with the Oba of Lagos, Akiolu. You can see him there. That's him. Ben Lewy Jones. Let me bring the camera back. These are all enemies within. While we are discussing issues that is already affecting us and have affected us for decades, these people are still talking about our economic, our security, and the importance of peace. The peace that they brought together in 1914 that has now created more debt across the Yoruba land, the Igbo land, the Middle Belt, and those in the north. Nígbà tí gbogbo àwa tá bá ń sọ pé our focus on other area, I remain to check what is the stakeholder saying. Because some of you say we should send petition to UK Parliament so that Nigeria will break. But these individuals are more concerned about our security, jobs, economic growth in Lagos and throughout Nigeria. So my question then is, who is the enemy? Who are we fighting? Oh, are we fighting the Fulani Hausa to come out of Nigeria? But we leave the stakeholders alone to continue to travel around the Yoruba land, the Igbo land, and talk to the stakeholder and say, oh, we want unity in Nigeria. Stop burning INEC offices. And that is why I've said it, and I'll say it again. I don't think a petition to the parliament will solve the problem on the ground. What is the end result of the NSAS petition? Oh, they spoke in the parliament. Has there been any outcome? We were all excited. Oh, the NSAS got over thousands of petition numbers. What has been the result? Do you know that more people that were killed at that Lekki toll gate have not even been compensated by the Lagos state government? Do you know that they still believe in their mind that nothing took place in Lekki, even though we have petitioned them in UK? So when people always say we should petition them in UK, I wonder how that is going to have an effect in terms of what we are doing. The same British that determined our fate in 1914 are now trying to keep us together. 1 hour ago, I'll put the picture more for those of you that wants to see it on our Facebook page. So if you go on my Facebook page now, I'll be doing so. But while I'm preparing that, let us listen to what Nina said. It's a long video. I won't play that all. But let us play this video. Some of you watching us from Lekki, Banana Island, or from Maryland, some of your exotic houses in US, in Canada, in Germany, in Malaysia, that God Creator has blessed you with, but you are not in line for Yoruba to stand on its own. Let us hear what this woman has to say.
This is the 20th.
I want to connect it to the speaker so we get it sound right properly. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the program. Let's hear what she has to say.
This is the 21st of May 2021. My CSO was abducted yesterday when she was going home. She took a cab. To cut a long story short, this kidnappers, hoodlums, whatever they are, received money and they handled. It could have been
stop to vote. I'm not talking about the election Nigerians to vote. The more fair, Abibeko, TTT, identity of these stakeholders. What is the real agenda? When we are complaining bitterly, day and night. Oh, you want me to show you another one? Does these people know what we are bitter about? Let's hear this. This took place on Saturday.
ẹ má sunkún ẹ̀yin náà ẹ súnmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún abalẹ̀ fún lẹ̀.
ẹjẹ kan ṣe wọn mẹni tó ń pè wọn.
ẹ lọ́wọ́ mi ẹ lọ́wọ́. ẹ mọ ọbẹ̀ ẹ mú wa.
ẹ wo bí ẹ jọ broda dadi ẹ wo bí dadi gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá bá mi gbé fóònù yẹn sí bá mi gbé sọ́dọ̀ mi tó ti start ẹ.
mo ti start.
gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko níbikíbi tẹ́ ẹ wà ní báyìí a wà ní orí títì tó lọ sí Abẹ́òkúta láti Ìṣàgá orílẹ̀ ẹni tí wọ́n gbé tẹ́ bá rò pé bóyá yẹ̀yẹ́ ni wọ́n ṣe tán ni wọ́n ń gbé yàn ẹ̀yin tí ẹ gbàgbọ́ tọ́dẹ̀ máa wá kanlẹ̀kùn yàrá tiyín sọ́dún títì náà ti ń gbàwọ̀ èèyàn sí wọ́n máa wá kanlẹ̀kùn yàrá tiyín ni ṣe rí ọ̀pọ̀ ẹni tó gbé yàwó ẹ̀ lọ nìyí ọ̀pọ̀ ẹni tí wọ́n gbé táwọn Fúlàní gbé ìyàwó ẹ̀ lọ lálẹ́ ìní àwọn ọ̀nà gbọ́tẹ̀lé wọn bí ẹni yìí ṣe dúró báyìí tó ń sunkún bẹ́ẹ̀.
You watched the video. We posted it on our timeline before. The British are more concerned of the INEC offices burnt down. But they're not talking about one thing that a lot of us are concerned about. How did we got to where we were? Because Yoruba were on their own. Adawatele, before the same Britain that you can see now, moving around. All this is just the recent one. I'm still going backwards, as at last week they've been going around from southeast to the southwest, talking to stakeholders in Nigeria so that they can keep that unity and that energy that myself and you want to break away from Nigeria. They want to override it. And what they override it? That is the whole essence of this movement. Moving from this same deputy was in Oyo State. He met with the Alaafin of Oyo. Let's go a little bit more. Sam Wadok says, and I'm going to just read it straight and then go back. The attack on INEC offices must stop. The ability to vote is a human right. INEC must be able to do its work securely, unimpeded by fear of violence. They're talking about violence. When they've done so much violence with the amalgamation of joining us with the North and the rest of the other country, when we want to stand on our own. Let's go back. The same Ben Lewitt on the 21st of May, and this was what he said. My last meeting in Ibadan was at the Cocoa House. Cocoa House, tí bàbá wa Chief Obafemi Awólọ́wọ̀ kọ́. Òun wá náà òun débẹ̀. Òun wá excited, inú ẹ̀ dùn. When we should have gone more than where we are today. Let's hear what he has to say. My last meeting in Ibadan was at the Cocoa House, which outside of Lagos, I am told is still the tallest building in West Africa, but the Yoruba people are the poorest people in the capital of this world. Is that true? Question mark. Either way, it is an iconic landmark in a vibrant, bustling city. Oh, it's taking Ibadan as a bustling city. So nígbà tóun dé Ìbàdàn tí wọ́n gbé láti Èkó tó wà nínú jeep pẹ̀lú every security is a bustling city. This is where danger lies, losing our mind from the petty things. When these people, 21st of May, today is 25. 4 days ago, it was in Ibadan. Today is already with Abba Akiolu of Lagos, discussing our unity on our behalf. They are oh, you don't know that they are discussing our behalf. So I laugh. They are already discussing on our behalf. When we are saying, Professor Banji Akintoye lọ pé, Professor, what is really happening? I can see, I can hear, I can smell. Oh, so British does not know that we are all agitating. Is that what they're telling us? Oh, that's fine. That's fine if they don't know. Oh, they don't know we are agitating. We were there last year, October 4th, in front of the number 10 Downing Street. We've been doing that so continuously. They don't know that Nigeria wants to go into a break-up completely. They're not interested in that. The same 21st, the same man, the Deputy High Commission says, it was a good discussion, and if we can work together to persuade the state to regularize and reduce cost of right of way, we can extend broadband and improve digital access across the region. He was at the Dawn Commission. Oh my God. This is what they are doing on our behalf. This is what I have been monitoring in the last couple of weeks. This is all I've been watching their movement. So the reason why you probably did not see me was I was resting, which was quite necessary. Some have said so many things. I don't want to go into that. But I am more concerned on why the British at this particular time, when the Biafra are talking, the Middle Belt are talking, the Ninas are talking, the Yorubas are talking, they are moving their representative across the country to discuss with the stakeholders. So does that mean that if care is not taken, if we do not complete this job, we might go into another 100 years of another sign amalgamation? Remember the last one, there's no document. There's no document. There's no document that can prove that the reason why we were merged together. But as of today, everybody just know that something was brought together in 1914 that brought us as one entity called Nigeria, a limited company. And they're working for another one. Why are they more interested for us to go into another election if there's no hidden agenda behind it? Oh, you don't know. Oh, you don't know that the reason why we have all played into the hands of those fraudulent politicians is because we have renewed that constitution by going to vote every 4 years. So, is there a different game plan ahead as against 2023 by the British and the Yoruba politician, the Igbo politician, the Middle Belt, and the Hausa Fulani Caliphate? What is the plan? Kí ni nǹkan tó wà nídìí ẹ̀ gan tí gbogbo ọmọ? Somebody said they are taking us for a ride. So how do we stop that ride is the question now. If the British and the people they are talking to are taking us for a ride, how must we stop it if we all lose focus with the petty things? Do you think those at home understand how this game works? Because the same way àwọn tó wà nílé nígbà yẹn tó fi di pé wọ́n kó wa together in that amalgamation, nobody knows anything. People are waking up every day in this contraction. All they are looking for is how to eat, how to sleep, how to make babies, and that's all they're thinking. Nobody is thinking about our identity now is about to go into extinction. Do you think people worried about what we are doing? Oh, they're not worried because they are more concerned on their daily need while we are thinking about the future. More people are concerned about their daily need. Let's go further back again and see where they've been, who they're talking to. On the 21st of May, Dawn Commission, the British Deputy High Commission at Ben Lewis, Lagos, Nigeria, paid a walking visit to Dawn Commission today. According to the DG at Seyi Oyeleye, expressed gratitude to the Deputy High Commission for supporting the commission through partnership to engage reform. This is not what we all want, Abi, but some Yorubas love all this partnership. Because at the exchange, owó kékèké. Tówó kékèké bá ṣàti exchange, we have them all over the world, especially in Britain. Oh, all they are more interested in stakeholders, how they can take out of the national cake. People think the national cake is in Nigeria. More Yorubas want to take that national cake from Britain by going through the paperwork. Oh, you all know what I'm talking about. Some are genuine, but some knows how to play the game. So people like me, we are enemy to them. People like you are more enemy to them. Those people don't have any regard whether Nigeria breaks or not. They have more regard as the partnership, the engagement, the little petty money that they are getting from the Britain, whatever they are doing, whether it's charity, whether it's engagement, whether they want to bring whatever the nonsense that they're bringing to Nigeria is all fraud and lies. Everybody is a scam. That's what they do. Oh, yeah, some of them, you see them, they say they're working very hard. No dispute about it. But is that much more concern at this stage when the Yorubas are all standing up and saying one thing, and one thing is, why should we be part of Nigeria knowing that the system is not what it's meant to be? They know. So when they say it's paying them walking visit on what basis? Why is the Deputy High Commission? So is that the same process? I want people that are learned. Let me open the phone line and let's engage ourselves on this gray area, because this is where the fight will start. Because while we are discussing issues that is boiling on us on a daily basis, those stakeholders are not interested. Is it the same thing that our High Commission ambassador does in UK? Does he go and pay them all these working visits? Maybe somebody will know, I don't know. Plus 4475 94050 Let me open the phone line and let me hear. Maybe it's exactly the same thing. In London, our Deputy High Commission, he goes around different areas and talk about working visits, or he sit down in that High Commission in Notumba way, and then he does nothing than take salary, and when Nigerians say they need help, they say fuck off. At least these ones are going to working visits. Is that the same thing? Or am I the one that is wrong? Let me get your view on this matter. So I'm going to open the phone line. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to those of you. Plus 4475 94050 Let's get the line open a little bit. No video call. If you're calling me, I don't need you to. You already see me. Why are you calling me on video call? That's disrespectful. There's no point calling on video call. Plus 4475 94050 Why is Britain more interested for us to go for another election? Hello, caller.
Mr. Koiki,
I'm going. Ariwo pọ̀ ní background yìí jẹ́. Ariwo pọ̀ ní background yìí. There's a lot of noise. Oh, better there.
Okay. Jerry, who tell me this or any working here? Jerry, be able to see. See how you run about it, take a 1 or 2 steps. Look at our Ashima, right? And then some areas where we are become Fulani at the Korean coffee. So there's one precinct. Our long key with one people in Raya. They are getting bonus on your ballot. So when they believe we somebody money a little bit. So what the move to you by there? You just can't go about sometimes. I know that they are the people from my panel. I knew pé a lè ṣe fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọn ò ní lè tún lédè bára máa ní wọn. It is spiritual ring tí wọ́n bá ń fi ọ̀dà fún Yorùbá tí àwọn aláya lè gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wa.
Ẹja fẹ́ lómi láyè because of the time factor I'm going to have to allow somebody else. Plus 4475 94050 I think I didn't pick that call properly, so I have to let the call go. Plus 4475 94050 I want to get the knowledge of so many of you that are well intellectual. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Hello,
Ekason.
Ọ̀rọ̀ àpẹẹrẹ Ọlọ́run ní ìfìlẹ̀ ṣe rí ìkẹ́sí mi àkànṣọ ni pé one ìkèlè mi ń gbé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ibù gan ìgbé tó ṣe fi ń tírìtì dúdú àbójú tó fi wo dúdú kẹ́ni kó àlọ́pọ̀lọ́ ni ṣẹlẹ̀ bùkẹ́ tó ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wa yìí wọ́n fi ka gún ara bá àlọ́pọ̀lọ́ ni ẹgbẹ́ kò pọ̀ síbi kan wá sí ìlú wọn àwọn tó ń ṣe fún wa yìí ká máa ṣe fún wọn ìyẹn nàbà wà ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́gìdì máa fi sọ ni pé ẹ̀lú sẹ́gbẹ̀rún.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Hello.
À ń gbọ́ yín máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Ẹ̀yà ṣẹ́rí ẹlẹ́gìdì máa sọ ni pé ṣẹ́rí kàwálì trọ́nkèjì àwọn supporters àwọn Yorùbá politicians. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn gbogbo yẹn ló ń fún àwọn politicians wa lọ́rùn pa àwọn ní agbára. Kàwálì activate people's power. Táwọn náà bá rí fúnra wọn. Kò sí tó máa kọ́ wọn tábí kókó báàgì wọn tábí bọ́ọ̀tì wọn yìí.
Hello, caller. Okay. All right. But people's power was already activated on the April 17th. Okay, is the net? It could be the network. Money, but people's. No. It's the right thing. Hey, so you go so. It's the right thing. No, let's so. It's the right thing you said. The right thing, not the right thing. No, let's so.
Táwọn polisi àwọn abẹ́jáde lónìí ẹ máa láwọn ọ̀tọ̀ náà táwọn sọ̀pọ̀tì wọn wẹ́ àríkàwọn yòókù tó ṣe mùsùlùmí ní gbogbo àwọn tó jáde yẹn táwọn lè rí bí bọ́dà àfúnú wọn kọ̀ǹpáàkì sí láti sọ̀pọ̀tì ẹ máa rí kẹ́ gbogbo tó máa kọ́ wọn ibi làwọn bá gbogbo wọn máa fi gbálẹ̀ wọn bá ti wọn lọ. ṣẹ́rí dìtú pé wọ́n rí agbára yẹn lò kí lágbára wọn náà ni àwa tí wọ́n rí lò táwọn bá rí wa lò mọ́ apá wọn máa jábọ́ ṣẹ́rí ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán wọ́n ti ń rí tó fi ń jáde tó fi ṣe press congress press conference tẹ́ bá wù dáadáa polisi mélòó ló wà ń bẹ̀ sorry gómìnà mélòó ló wà ń bẹ̀ sẹ́ni gbogbo tó fi ṣe press conference yìí ó ní wọ́n fi ṣe election ní campaign 2015 o láwọn wípé yìí o ọ̀nà fi campaign o.
ọ̀dà ẹ̀jẹ̀ àfẹ́ lónìí láyé torí àsìkò ẹ̀ ṣe gan ni bàbá wa. Plus 4475 94050 at this junction, I want to get the view of my viewers in terms of why is the stakeholder, Britain, moving from southeast to southwest to the north, talking to people and talking about the unity and 2023 election. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good morning. This is Wally.
Go ahead.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Sherman, you know that the British, they want to protect their interest. Now, when we started this agitation, it means nothing to them. All we're going automatically fizzle out. So for the British to stand up right now and start going from places to places, it means that they are feeling the heat. If they are not feeling the heat, they won't be bothered at all. They know what the agitation is. They know what is going on. Now they are feeling the heat. Like, oh, that will step in. This thing will go out of hand. You know what we are going to get to the promised land. With their help or without their help, we will get to where be going. That's my contribution.
Well, thank you very much. There is a very good one there. This is also the time for you to engage. It's not just one person's show. It's all about every one of us, and everyone will play different role. Hello, caller.
Hello.
I'm going.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Contribution of the milk of the people, our Yoruba need to act fast.
Okay.
Because our people here, most of the audio come out last time. Never check WhatsApp. We need to act fast. That's what we do, sir.
Mungo.
So we need to act fast because our people here want to plan many things. It will be said the other thing we get in touch but you want to WhatsApp. So I don't have much to say.
All right.
So we need to act fast.
We need to act fast. Okay. Just like so many people say, we've been talking too much. But when the same way we started talking, nobody believed us. When the same talking stopped and action starts, it's going to be the end game of what we're doing. Let's go straight into more call as well. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
That's what on.
Yeah,
Ètò ni ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè díẹ̀, ohùn yẹn lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀. Ẹ increase volume yín díẹ̀.
Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Oh, much better.
Hello?
Oh, better.
Okay. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Yeah. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nípa situation yìí ni pé àwọn British yìí wọ́n ti ṣe irú ẹ̀ ní oríṣiríṣi ìlú. Wọ́n ṣe ní China, wọ́n ṣe káàkiri. Pàápàá jùlọ ní Ireland. Nígbà tí Ireland máa bá wọn jà, lílé ni wọ́n lé wọn. And stage by stage ni wọ́n máa ń ṣe nǹkan wọn. Ṣóyè yín, ó ti dé stage kan tí wọ́n ti ń push ẹ̀ dé area kan ní ìsìn tí wọ́n ti ń wò pé òkè káwọn go around the country. Ipe kí wọ́n lè bá conflict tí wọ́n kọ́ àsọ̀rọ̀ ìbò. Ṣé tí ìsìn ẹ bá ti wá mú wọn dé ojú ẹ̀? Wọ́n á wá pè wá sí negotiation table. Tí negotiation table ò bá wọ́ọ̀kì, àwọn fúnra wọn ẹ má surprise pé wọ́n á kó àwọn ọmọ ogun wọn láti ìlú wọn. Currently bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìwọ́ wà ní Àpápá pẹ̀lú worship wọn níbẹ̀. So state by state ní nǹkan wọn. Eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe lọ́wọ́ yìí, wọ́n ní káwọn kọ́kọ́ tìbò síwájú káwọn wo kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Tí ìsìn ẹ bá tún wá dé state kan, sọ̀rọ̀ mi lè yí, wọ́n á wá sọ pé òkè wá negotiate. Tí negotiation bá wọ́ọ̀kì, wọ́n á fẹ́ wá mú tipátipá bí wọ́n ti ṣe fún wa níbẹ̀rẹ̀ 1914 náà nìyẹn. Wọ́n negotiate níjẹ̀bù náà ni pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá ńlá bàbá wa. Torí wọ́n bá wọn jà, àwọn ẹ̀yìn náà bá wọn jà lọ́dún yẹn lọ́hùn. Wọ́n tó wá sọ pé káwọn negotiate. Wọ́n negotiate ní Ìbàdàn náà ni lọ́dún yẹn lọ́hùn. So negotiation table ni wọ́n sì ń tì wá lọ. Lẹ́yìn negotiation table, bring up pátápátá lẹ́nu àwọn afẹ́. So a ní láti gbáradì, a ní láti múra ogun ìwọ̀n. Ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo rí gbogbo àwọn different media houses watching as well. I can also say good afternoon. Mo rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. So, but one thing is, let's go straight to the next caller.
Hello.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Oh, okay, hello.
I'm going.
Leave British government, bro. We've lived with them for ages. So don't worry about them.
Okay.
With them, without them, Yoruba Nation will move.
Okay. Yoruba Nation will move.
You know the next level, activate the next level and leave them alone. Don't worry.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Lára àwọn tí àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá ń sọ pé a fẹ́ bánà iṣẹ́ táwọn ṣe fún wa nìyẹn Ọlọ́run mọ̀ iye bánà tá a ti ṣe mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá confam mo rí Citizen AY I can't say the other ones as well but I can say those two individuals. Let me say this. Last year I said we will go from level to level. I am not the organizer of any of the rally. Don't put me as the organizer. But as one person that would do his own bit, I'm working hard behind the scene to make the media be powerful. A lot of you don't understand the role of what the media will do. And that's why I've had so many people say different things on our media. But let me say this clearly again. The very first day I came out, I gave away my media for the Yoruba Nation. That means every other thing that our media was doing prior to Yoruba Nation, we kept it on hold. Every few news, I see some people sometimes, about news in me say, you quickly criticize it. Let me say this again. Koiki Media and his team have left their platform full force to make sure that Yoruba Nation voice is heard around the globe. So when people talk and say, oh, ṣe jẹ́ Koiki ló fẹ́ rí everywhere, don't be fooled, because we have left our own platform 24 hours, 7 days a week for Yoruba Nation. And let me tell you why it's important. Doesn't mean that the other medias are not working hard, but I am working extremely harder day and night, because I know from the other part of the world, I know what the British can do. Their media will get involved at some point. They will twist the whole agitation. Go and write it down. They are watching behind the scene. And that is why we must have so many media houses that will also stand their feet. You don't know the British media. I know them very well. I've lived with them for 2 decades. And I've told you I am not a blogger. And I will re-emphasize that again. And let me just put that on record. I put it on record all the time. I've had different things said about our media. This is not, I'm just going to block my number there. This is a press card. And this press card allows me to get into one of the most powerful houses that you can think of in UK. This is not Nigerian Union of Journalists. This is authorization from the British Union of Journalists, the National Union of Journalists in UK. It's a subscription I have been paying personally myself for almost 4 years. Every month, I know the game of what the British media will do at some point. But this allows me to get into number 10 Downing Street. I'm sure some of you have seen me in there. It is not my Photoshop, it is real me. And some of you think that I am joking when I say I have given our platform into this agitation. Just the same way, there will be people that would have different opinion and view on this agitation. Some are for and some are against. That means àwọn kan fẹ́ ká lọ, wọ́n máa lo media yẹn. Àwọn kan náà dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká má lọ, wọ́n náà máa lo media. But àwa fi yé wọn ibi tí media lágbára sí. I didn't live in Nigeria for a very long time. That means I live and smell with the Oyinbo people. I don't jí ni. I know them very well. And I know some of you that live there as well knows them very well. And I live with them for 2 decades. And I know what the media does. They manipulate a lot. They will still do that by the time things heat up a little bit. Last year, we told you, everything has a level. Even security threat in UK has level. Only níbi tó máa gbé lọ ní amber, ó dẹ̀ níbi tó máa gbé sí láàrin. What we are doing now is on a different level. What we started last year is not what we are doing this year. This year we saw people in Akure who went into a police station and insisted that they wanted to see what is inside the cell, whether anybody was kept in there. And you think the Yorubas are not ready. We are not going to negotiate on behalf of anybody to sell out Yoruba Nation, if that is what you're thinking. I am not the bravest. I am not the smartest. But I will stand firm and finish this job. You might not like me. You might not like Yoruba Nation. There's no doubt about it. We don't expect everybody to like Yoruba Nation agitation. But one thing is, we are fully ready for this journey. Let's take more calls. Mute the background. Mute the background. And go back to the mute the background. Tell about mute the background. In any reason, let move here away. Let move. Mute the background. Mute the background. Momentum sorrow. Mute the background.
Kò sí nǹkan kan bí báyìí mọ́ èmi ń lo owó mi gan mo jẹ́ ń lo ara mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí 77 years old mo ń lo owó mi gan mi ìfẹ́ ṣe pé agitation lórí ìkíní ni ìwọ náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ Koiki nǹkan tẹ̀mí kò máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé sórí àwọn èèyàn wa tó jẹ́ wípé à ń bá lò pọ̀ ní ìlú Èkó yẹn àwọn èèyàn wa àwọn tó jẹ́ tiwa àwọn èṣù tó jẹ́ tiwa àwọn gangan wọ́n wà nínú wàhálà tá a wà yìí nítorí mo rí ìjẹ ní nǹkan bíi last week téèyàn kan sọ pé ẹ̀yìn ìbọn kan ni ọ̀tá ẹ̀ jẹ òun ó jẹ́ ń dùn mí gan àti pé mo bímọ tèmi nítorí pé nǹkan tó wá ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kì í ṣe pé nǹkan tó yẹ pé òrí jẹ níbi tó ti bọ̀ kì í ṣe pé òṣìṣẹ́ wọ́n ti criticize ẹ títí wọ́n ní pé òníṣẹ́ ni ònígbà ni òláwo ni ó máa ń dùn mí tán bá ń sọ gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ń dùn mí wọnú egungun mi ó ń dùn mí ṣùgbọ́n èmi ń rò lọ́kàn mi pé àwa táwa ní diaspora ń bí báyìí bóyá gbogbo wa tó bá jẹ́ pé inú wa jẹ́ kan máa fi iṣẹ́ ẹjọ́ méjì jọ mẹ́ta sílẹ̀ a máa lọ fún ní British ìyá kọmíṣánná yẹn àní lọ sọnù àní lọ ṣe nǹkan kan tá a máa pariwo lé wọn lórí kán fún wa kán fi ilẹ̀ ìlú wa sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ tó bá lẹ̀ jogun náà ni ẹ jẹ́ kí ìbò ẹni tó ní kinní kó má máa fẹnu sọ nínú kinní tó bá ti délẹ̀ kó délẹ̀ kí gbogbo wa jáde nítorí pé Tinubu yìí kò fẹ́ gbà lẹ́yọ̀ rárá àti àwọn tó jọ ń jẹ gúdújẹrá ẹ̀ wí láti múra láti bá wọn ja ogun ni aláti bá wọn ja ogun ni Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ gbà fún wa kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó máa pẹ̀jì nínú wa máa jọ débẹ̀ ní lórúkọ Jésù.
Thank you very much. Let me I'm not going to say so much, if I know my mother there, I said a little bit from that angle. What people don't understand is, because I'm not a white man, if I was a white man, to them, on this journey, they would have said, but they are surprised. If you follow a journalist, and not even a freedom fighter, a journalist can relocate to any part of the world and stay there depending on the assignment. And that's what they don't understand. So even if I have nothing I was doing wherever I was coming from, I still say I am not your day-to-day blogger. This is not a child's play. This is a press card with a security clearance. Nobody just get it before you can get into number 10 Downing Street. So when people say, Nigeria and all that, those are flimsy conversation that they don't understand what it means. If you follow the real journalist, I'm sure you are following what is happening with the latest news of that. Let me get that story properly. You don't know the power of the media. I didn't live in Nigeria to understand their own media. They are 419 brown envelope media. It's a 419 brown envelope media. I'm sure some of you are following that guy. Let me pull it out quickly. If you're following it, you will understand what I'm talking about. Be careful with the airline you'll be traveling with, so that your airline does not get diverted again. If you're following the news, you will know that there's a news of this guy. Let me show you his picture. That is the power of what the media can do. I've not even activated the power in my hand. From the media angle, èmi sọ èmi ò ń ṣe bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho, mo ń ṣe Professor Akintoye, mo ń ṣe gbogbo ẹni tí ó jẹ́ wòlíì Ọlọ́run. But from the media point, mo tẹ̀ tí activate nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ activate. From the media angle, ẹ fi pé media pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ni, because I told you Facebook is not just the Facebook you are looking at. It's an international platform. And people are watching. Because some of us have registered the platform. Not people that just come up and turn the Facebook on and they're talking. I'm not criticizing wherever they are. But from the media angle, Koiki Media, we've not even activated anything. We've not activated anything. But I will show them the power of the media. From the UK, from the international community, I will prove to so many people that still think otherwise who are the media. When Tony Blair was going for the war in Iraq, somebody was behind his communication strategy. Alistair Campbell. Go and Google it. You don't know what they call the spin doctor. If you know what a spin doctor is, I've heard so many people talk about, Chief Sunday Igboho and all that nonsense. My relationship with Chief Sunday Igboho remain as like that. And nothing in this world can change that. Because inú kan lèmi gbé dání. Tẹ́yìn bá nínú méjì, ẹ̀yin nìyẹn. Don't compare yourself with me. Inú méjì tẹ́yìn nìyẹn, ó yàtọ̀ sínú kan tẹ́mi fi gbé kíní dání. So when people say, I've come down to Nigeria for 6 months, mo tẹ̀ tí lo 1 year tí ń pariwo. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Why are you making noise? You don't know the job and the role of the media. I will take down, along in line with millions of Yoruba, that Nigeria will not come true in 2023. Ṣé British kìíní ni mo ṣe ń gbé jáde fún yín yẹn? I told you we will work hard to make sure that this country will go down in the history of our time, not the next history, not the next generation. Gbogbo àwọn tó kó wá ní 1914, ní 1960, they were not even 16 years, 18 years. And they fought hard with the British because that is what they believe. That is what they were told. My belief is, Professor Banji Akintoye, that we follow. We will make sure we fight hard on his behalf and we will defend the Yoruba land. Let's take more calls. Hello, caller.
Hello, good afternoon, Frankie.
Yeah, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you. Just go ahead. There's no time.
Hello.
There's no time. Go ahead.
I just want to thank you for what you're doing. I really love your courage, and please don't listen to all these people talking. They're jealous of you. If I'm myself looking at you, if I'm a jealous type, I will jealous you because your energy is too much. Your courage is something that nobody can match it. So just keep doing what you're doing best. Believe me, God is with you, and I really appreciate you. That's all I want to say.
Thank you very much, and all hail our Biafra brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. You might not agree with all the Igbos. That's not a problem. They're fighting for the same freedom, and every one of us will leave this contraction. Come and waste the war. There will not be election in 2023. But it's okay.
Hello?
Hello, you're live. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Reason tí mo ṣe ń kọ́ ní Koiki, first of all, èèyàn kan mention kan program tó ṣe last week, gbogbo tó bá lérí sí ẹ, ara wọn ni ó máa ṣe, ọwọ́ ara wọn ló máa fi ṣe ra wọn. Torí bó ṣe wà Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe wọn. We have thousands of people praying for you every single day. So kò sí ẹni tó bá kàn lérí pé o máa ṣe báyìí fún Koiki, kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi ẹ ṣe. That's number one. Number two, reason tí mo tún ṣe kọ́ òun ni pé plane tó já ní Kaduna.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá.
Mo fẹ́ kó máa tó bá lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa kíní ẹ̀ náà Koiki pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá wà nínú military
come and withdraw. Assassination, now people in share gradually, yo. They are assassinating the top Yoruba in the military, bit by bit. It all ṣẹlẹ̀ 4 days ago or 5 days ago, all assassinated ọ̀gá yẹn ni o. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ jù yẹn lọ.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you very much. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn Mùsùlùmí, Kristẹni àtàwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe wa. Bá ṣe ń dúpẹ́ ní lóòrèkóòrè. Let me now show you the guy, tí mo fẹ́ fi wọ̀nyí lẹ́ẹ̀kan. That's his picture there. I'm sure some of you have been following the news. Who is Roman Protasevich? He's a blogger. He was arrested on the Ryanair flight as aircraft is forced to land in Minsk. You don't know the power of the media. Roman Protasevich was flying from Athens in Greece to Vilnius in Lithuania capital when the aircraft was forced to land in Minsk, where he was arrested, and the world is already shouting. But one thing a lot of people don't understand is it is our right under the United Nations chapter that we should fight for our land, just like Chief Sunday Igboho and Professor Banji Akintoye, and millions of Yoruba believe so. Our right is the right that we are doing. We haven't done anything wrong now. But when we start, it will just be the same way you saw the whole rally that is coming up. Ekiti State is loading. 5th of June is saying it's loading. But June 12, from June 10 to June 12 in Washington, D.C. is a 3 days camping. Mama said something. It will get to where we will go and sleep right in front of number 10 Downing Street. I can see you there, Pastor Emmanuel Togba, and I can see all our bishop, our Catholic father, and one of them called me. Bear with me, caller. One of them spoke to me. I'm going to take off the Wi-Fi for a few seconds because there's a video I want to play, and there might be a bit of interruption in there. That's Pastor Prophet Gideon. It's the first time Tamak with me, just like so many of you believe, regardless of your faith, whether you are Yoruba in Isheshe Lagba, whether you are Christian, whether you are Muslim. Some people knew what we are doing now well ahead of time. And just like so many of you know that as well. This is what he has to say to me. I want to get that video up. Just bear with me. Once again, a very good afternoon and good evening, good night, depending on what part of the world you're watching from. Akure was fantastic. Kudos to all the organizers. But like I always say, there are more coordinator in each of the states. Doesn't literally mean coordinator. We are all WhatsApp group and we will work under Ilana Modua. And that is something that I believe we should all stand for. Let me play that a little bit from what Prophet Gideon has to say to me in one of his video he did some few weeks back. Bear with me. Okay, I'm sure you know him very well, but let's hear what he has to say. We are already have to come out of Nigeria as quickly as possible. Could it be 2023? Some of you might not understand, but some of us know that 2023 is not going to hold. There will be more chaos. Chaos, Gidi. Chaos. Chaos. Oshimbo. Cherry Bobeleta should say preambles ni. Chaos rare. Overdoted. Anything conjugate when is going to be action. Chaos ni ombo. And that cannot be stopped. So, Toba pay prepare, Koloma prepare dada.
Aha. Ah oui. Ẹlẹ́ ò gbọ́. Afọ̀fọ̀fọ̀. Ẹlẹ́ ò gbà. A ó wá gbé ìlú sílẹ̀ báyìí o. tá fẹnu wí ewu ń bẹ eégún burúkú kan ti wọ̀lú o tó bá ṣòótọ́ ni pé àwọn ọmọ ogun tí a ń pè ní ISWAP tó yẹ pé lóòótọ́ ni pé àwọn ló ṣe ikú pa Shekau nínú ogbó kejìkejì Sambisa wàhálà dé o wọ́n ní tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá sọnù òwe la fi ń wá òwe gan ló wá sọnù báyìí o kí la wà fi wá nǹkan mẹ́ta ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ láìpẹ́ mo lè fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká kíyèsára kí a la ojú o kí eku lè gbọ́ kó sọ fún tòkó báyìí ẹni àwọn eégún burúkú tó wọ̀lú yìí wọn kì í jẹrẹ wọn kì í jẹrẹ sí o ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni wọ́n mu ISWAP ọmọ ogun tí wọ́n ó tó yàtọ̀ sí Boko Haram tó yàtọ̀ sí Fúlàní wọ́n wá lè lu àpapọ̀ gbogbo wọn pátápátá wọ́n lè jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ nítorí ìyẹn mo fẹ́ sọ òkodoro rẹ̀ kan fún wa báyìí ṣe rí gbogbo irinṣẹ́ ogun tí àwọn ọmọ ogun tá à ń pè ní Nigerian Air Force tí wọ́n rà yálà bàálù ni o bó jẹ́ drone ni o mo fẹ́ sọ dájú fún yín báyìí pé kó tó tó oṣù mẹ́ta àwọn ISWAP tẹ̀ ń wò wọ̀nyí àwọn eégún tó wọ̀ ní wọ̀nyí wọ́n máa wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ wálẹ̀ tí ò ní kù kan.
ọmọlúwàbí yọ bí ọjọ́ o gbogbo ara kìkì ọ̀rọ̀.
èkejì ìlú Àbújá ẹ̀yà múra ISWAP ti dé eégún ńlá tó ń gbẹ̀yìn kalẹ̀ tó pamọ́ láti gbogbo ọjọ́ yìí ó ti wá jáde báyìí o ìlú Àbújá kíyèsára ẹni tó máa ṣe Àbújá bí ọṣẹ ṣe ń ṣojú olóde fún àpẹẹrẹ mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín pé wọ́n máa talẹ̀ l'Àbújá plot máa tà ní 100,000 per plot tí àyè bá ti gbà wọ́n. ẹ̀kẹta ìjọba máa láwọn fẹ́ gba àwọn ọmọ ogun tí ó ń gba owó jà àwọn mercenary mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ dájú pé ká láti kíyèsára tó pé kíni ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dé sìn ọwọ́ ìjọba ò ká mọ́ o táwọn ìjọba bá máa gba mercenary sìn à ń láti mọ̀ dájú pé kì í gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe àwọn mercenary tó yẹ pé ara tiwọn ni tó tún máa gbà wọlé tó máa wá dá àwọn wa lóró sí ọwọ́ Nigeria Army kò ran ISWAP ti ń jà láti Ìkìmọ̀dé ISWAP ní irinṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ ISWAP tó ń wọlé ó pọ̀ ju Nigeria Army lọ ẹ̀ ní kí ló dé tí mo ṣe sọ pé a lè gbẹ́kẹ̀lé ìjọba mọ́ lórí ilé tó wọlé yìí o màá kàn sọ orin kékeré kan ní mo máa kọ fún yín lákòótán ẹ̀ tó bá yé kó yé wọ́n ní pátá mi ti ya wọ́n ní pátá mi dọ̀tí wọ́n ní pátá mi rùn ẹni dandan láti bọ pátá bó ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ pàǹtámì ọmọ àmì ọlọ́run ló yé yìí.
Èdùmàrè ló ń fọ́ wa lọ́rọ̀ sọ ara.
ẹ wàá bá mi bẹ gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe ìhàlẹ̀ ISWAP tó dé yìí o ọwọ́ ọdẹ ràn wọ́n o ọwọ́ ogun ràn wọ́n à ń fẹsẹ̀ kílẹ̀ kò ràn wọ́n o àwọn ọmọ ológun gan ló dé wọ̀nyí kákíyè sára.
wọ́n ti ṣe wá léṣe tán ẹ wò.
So many people wondering how will Nigeria finally go down? It will go down not well. I'm sorry to say so. There will be bloodshed, there's no doubt about it. There will be bloodshed. We pray is not a lot. That's the only thing we can pray for. But we're going to see bloodshed here. It's going to be very, very difficult to say. Because they're not ready to let go in a peaceful manner. They know the game is up. Let's hear what he has to say. You've seen the video, but let me just put this on record as well.
Somebody asked me what I felt about what was going on in this country.
and how things would unfold, and whether I'm worried or not. The answer to the question is yes, I am worried. And let me tell you what I believe is happening. There are four major forces in this country today. I'll call them four horns. Two are in the southwest. One is in the east. And the fourth one is Buhari, and he represents the north. And in the southwest, you have two horns, very powerful, aggressive, focused, and very, very committed horns, in the persons of Gani Adams, who is the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, and the other is Sunday Igboho, who, by any standard, is the hero of millions. Exceptionally tough young man. Now, these two forces, they represent the heart, soul, and mind and spirit of the Yoruba people. They cannot be stopped. They're not politicians. They cannot be intimidated. They cannot be threatened. They're extremely focused, and both of them, if sufficiently provoked, the kind of mass following they have, their readiness to die for their cause, they're extremely dangerous. Thankfully, they're good men, and men that simply want a fair deal in a wider Nigeria for our people. Also men that are committed to the cause of Oduduwa Republic once it is clear that there can be no fair deal in a wider Nigeria. They're totally committed to that. In fact, they're simply waiting for the integrationists to offer a better deal. Outside of that, they're leaving. And when they decide to go, it will take a war to stop them. And they have that.
So let us remain focused. Chief Sunday Igboho saw there's no fight between him and Babawa Iba Gani Adams. And whatever I say, confirm, is from the mouth of Chief Sunday Igboho. There's no fight among them, and there's no point for us to create one. I spoke to him. I understand a lot of us wants to create one. The fight is not with the Biafra, likewise, I said. The fight is for those that wants to erase the Yoruba people from this planet. There will be bloodshed. We cannot avoid that. But we can stop it from growing more than what they want. Let me say this clearly. The Hausa Fulani are ready for any bloodbath. They don't care how many millions of people will die. That's not what we want. We want to minimize. Afejeki into ma ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn kó má pọ̀ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. But the Hausa Fulani are not interested in that. And that's why they don't want us to go. Let me also put this with confirm. Gbogbo àdúrà tẹ́ lọ ń ṣe ní Kaolack, so that there will not be any disintegration from Nigeria. They are reciting over 300 Quran daily on the Yorubas. It is too late for that. The Yorubas are going. The Middle Belt, we go. And the Biafra, whether you call them Biafra, some say don't call us Biafra, the country will split into four. The BRICS cannot hold it back. America will intervene at some point because they know the danger will flood the whole West Africa and the East Africa if care is not taken. United Nations are watching. Oh yes, confirmed information And the man behind that is the Sanusi that has been traveling to Kaulak. I have video evidence, but I'll keep that to myself. He's been going there frequently, praying, hoping we will keep what together inside this contraction called Nigeria. The international world will intervene, but they are waiting for us to instigate that problem. They're not going to do anything now. No, they're not going to do anything. And like I said again, Chief Sunday Igboho said there is no fight between him and our father, Ibagani Adams. And so be it. Let's go straight into the other video that we wanted to play. And we open the phone line. I hope to bring the program down in the next 40 minutes. So that means at exactly 1600 hours, 4 p.m., I will bring the show to an end. But before going into the phone line again, you will Prophet Gideon also have to say, he said to me, 1994, he saw the vision that Nigeria would break. Let's hear what he has to say.
Ìwé orí kejìlá ẹsẹ̀ 25-26. Hebrew chapter 12 verse 25 and 26. Yes.
Ẹ má ṣe kọ ẹni tí ń kìlọ̀.
Ó ní ẹ má ṣe kọ ẹni tó ń kìlọ̀.
Nítorí bí àwọn ọmọ nì.
Yes.
Kò bá mọ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n ń kọ ẹni tí ń kìlọ̀ ní ayé.
Ní ayé.
Mélòó mélòó ni àwa tí yóò kọ àwa tí ó pẹ́ ìdà sí ẹni tí ń kìlọ̀ láti ọ̀run wá.
Ó ní pé tẹ ẹ bá kọ ẹni tó ń kìlọ̀ ní ayé. Ìgbẹ́ tí ayé bá bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó ń kìlọ̀ láti ọ̀run lọ́wọ́ sí gbogbo Nàìjíríà báyìí àti gbogbo àgbáyé. He that warned from heaven is one that sent me to the whole country, Nigeria, and the world as a whole. 26.
Ohun ẹni tí ó mi ayé nígbà náà.
The voice of whom that said
Nísinsìnyí,
now
ó ti ṣe ìlérí
he has promised
wípé
that
lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
once again,
Èmi kì yóò mi ìdí ayé
I will not say the only earth,
ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀run pẹ̀lú
but I will say heaven.
àti ọ̀rọ̀ yìí
And this voice,
lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
once again,
Ìtumọ̀ rẹ̀ ni mímú àwọn ohun wọ̀nyí tí a ń mì kúrò bí ohun tí a ti dá kí àwọn ohun wọ̀nyí tí a kò lè mì lè wà síbẹ̀.
it's okay. I decree this morning as a servant of Most High God. Anything that is shake up in the mighty name of Jesus. Ẹgbẹ́ Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Olúwa ti gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. God send it to the whole nation láti kìlọ̀ to war. Kí ló fà ìdí ìkìlọ̀ wípé Olúwa sọ fún wípé pé Nàìjíríà jókòó sórí irọ́ àti ẹ̀tàn. Ìlọsọ́bí ọ̀sẹ̀ Nàìjíríà síbẹ̀. Olúwa sọ wípé ṣé òun lọ sọ Nàìjíríà pàtó? God said, is it the one that march Nigeria together as a country? Olúwa tí gbogbo ẹ̀yìn àwọn ẹ̀sẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. The Lord said, all the former presidents, this president is for you. All the senators, all the governors, all the ministers, all the house of prayer, all the obas, all the reverend, all the general overseer, all the founder, all the bishop, the message is for you. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ó kàn yín, kí ló bá ń gbé we know the truth, but we pray what God has not done. Since as long as we fail to declare the truth, the Lord said there will be peace in this nation. Like you see, and I'll be a little. What the pray, we reject it. Like reject it. So if you reject you have rejected the truth about this nation. The Lord spoke to me that we all know that this country is not one country. Alright, well, ìlú yìí ṣe ìjọba kan ẹ̀gbọ́n. Ó sì lọ torí bẹ́ẹ̀ benefit lára àwọn tó ń ṣèjọba torí ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà sọ̀tọ̀.
You can watch the remaining part of that video on the Koiki Media pages as we already have it there. You've saw the video of the Ninas explaining to us in terms of the step. China is another threat for the Yorubas. But most of this country knows that when the problems start, they might be either with us or against us. But nobody can stop the journey that we have started. Let's hear what this our brother has to advise them.
The very, very urgent recording, yeah? And this is a very big warning to all you countries all over the world that are borrowing Nigerian money, yeah? You are borrowing Nigerian money at your own risk, okay? At your own risk. A recent statement by Shehu Gaba, okay, of the Aso Rock or from the Aso Rock presidency saying, oh, if Nigeria split, who is going to pay this money that they are owing China? China, did Nigerian electorate, did Nigerian people knew about the money you are borrowing Nigerian government? No. Do they take permission? Was it in the awareness of Nigerian electorate, Nigerian voters? No. No. Okay? Some bastard people are coming to you behind us using the economy of Nigeria to be borrowing money from you, and you are giving out money, yeah? Signed with a condition, with terms and conditions that is not agreed, that is not known, known to so many Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians, okay? 99% of Nigerians doesn't know about this, yeah? You are borrowing their money. We don't owe you money, China, okay? The people that you borrow money, take your money from them. Okay? And I will make it very clear to any country in the whole world, yeah? Today, the 17th day of May 2021, no country in the whole world should borrow money to Nigeria. Okay? Don't borrow any money to Nigeria on any ground. Nigeria is going to be divided. Nigeria is going to be divided. Now, after the division of Nigeria, the Nigerian debt, yeah, will be distributed according to how the loan was taken, which area, which project was it used for, yeah, in which area or part of whole Nigeria.
A lot of you wants to know how far with the radio. The radio, we should have a test transmission very soon from what I've been told. I'll be updated more when I come back again tomorrow in terms of when exactly should we be getting a kind of a test transmission. But I'll give a confirmation properly in terms of the real date that the radio will be launched. And when that radio get launched, we will have the services over the weekend and during the week as well. It's not going to be a full 24 hours to start with, but we will get the sound coming out as quickly as possible. It will be on a short wave. It will also have the apps and other things that will be working with it. It's going to be a frequency radio. So my late night broadcast, that will be at interval depending on how the strength is. But one thing a lot of us need to understand is Nigeria is really going through a turbulent stage. And that turbulence, we will drag it down. Let us tell them whether the minority, whether the majority that still believe in Nigeria. Nigeria is already going into the drain. Some people have been talking about the passport. There's no passport that have been produced yet. There's no passport. Whatever you're saying is just a computer generation that is going on, just like any other, flags and things that people design and the currency as well. So and I hope we understand that. Ninas have given up to middle of August. That means 120 days is already in the process. After that 120 days, I don't know what their plan is, but what I can say is, in Tawa Feshe, oh my yato, yes, in Tawa Feshe, but one thing I know is, there will be a fight. There's no doubt about that in my mind. People will say we are not fully prepared. The fight is not just for us alone. The fight is for us to also align with people that with country around the world. Let me tell you, some of you have the access to them. Speak to them, talk to them, and I will not go into too much details, but there is a particular group of people that are already doing so. And I say, thank you very much for putting all the effort so that we can leave Nigeria peacefully, or anarchy stage, or drag down everything into the drain. We don't have anything to lose. Those Yoruba elites that have the means, looking at us from the very far end, thinking that we are stupid, we don't know what we are to do, we will only say to you, Odua, Amonti, Omashe Peluni, I want Nibuyimo, but one Kamasafupe, Odua Funare, Ajija on our behalf. Aki gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe wa, aki yín lọ́kùnrin, aki yín lọ́rin gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Pé wọ́n gbọ́ yẹn, ẹ fìyẹn sílẹ̀. Àwọn tá fẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́, wọ́n ti ṣe meeting níjọ́ Sunday. Wọ́n ti fi decision wa àti ti wọn, wọ́n ti fi wọn. Ó wá kọ́ àwa, ó kọ́ àwọn àtijọ́ wọ ṣòkòtò kan náà. Ẹ lọ máa sọ fún wọn dáadáa pé ẹni tí etí ẹ̀ di nínú wọn, pé Yorùbá ó máa lọ. Wọ́n ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀, wọ́n rẹ̀ ní agbára ẹ̀. Àwọn ní alágbára o, but agbára wà lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè, ó wà lọ́wọ́ Baba God. Ẹ tó bá dẹ̀ ní pé kò ní ṣeé ṣe, ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ òun la máa fi gbà. That is just the same thing like the chief of army staff. Yorubas were killed on that aircraft. But all I can say to all our Yorubas, especially some of you that reach out to us behind the scene, whether from the Navy, whether from the Army, or from the Special Force, you know the right thing to do at the right time. And when the right time comes, all you have to do is move yourself out of that area so that you will also not be part of the target. There's a lot of atrocity going on in the Southeast. We will continue to monitor it. We will continue to talk about it. Don't be deceived that the atrocity taking place in the Southeast is not the same atrocity that they are bringing down to the Southwest. The only reason they are not bringing it to the Southwest is we have also shown the world, just like the Igbos are doing and the Biafra are doing as well. They are talking, and they are talking very hard, and they are communicating very hard as well. But one thing I can say to every single one of us is, this is not the fight for Koiki Media. This is not the fight for Chief Sunday Igboho. This is not the fight for Professor Banji Akintoye. This is not the fight for you. It is the fight to save ourselves from. We were never Nigerians until the BRICS brought us together in 1914. You might disagree and say, but we have moved on to that. No, we have not moved on. We are going to go back to how and where we were before. So I'm going to take calls for the next 20 minutes, but after exactly 4 o'clock, we'll bring the program to an end. Let's go straight and take a few more calls. About mute the background. And mute the background, please. I can't hear you, and the volume is very low. Tell about sorrows, okay, and any other option now to take another call because I'm going rara. I go ahead. I go ahead. I go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, elastic of demand in it, so back to a district outbreak. So that is exactly what's going to happen. Even I support the government around policy war possible because our only don't want to make a law. àwa alẹ́ àgbàrá òlélé olówó onílé ni òní gbà so ọmọ ìyá àwùsá mẹ́ta tán kó sínú odidi pádì kan ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tán pè láwùsá ọmọ ìyá mẹ́ta tẹ́ bá fẹ́ yọ àwọn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ separate àwọn àwùsá yẹn ẹ ní láti fi ọ̀bẹ la pápá díẹ̀ òun lẹ́ fi separate yẹ so elasticity of demand in economics tẹ́ bá fi stress ẹ̀ di certain level kan á break so ìwọ tó dápá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bíbá ìwọ tó dápá á dùn ìwọ tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bíbá so bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀rọ̀ di ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe máa padà rí àti Nàìjíríà. ṣe rí àwọn bàbá àgbà ìyàtọ̀ pera wọn ní Afẹ́nifẹ́ bíi tán náà àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́ rí àwọn Tinubu bàbá Àkàndé yẹn ló ti ẹ̀kọ́ ní ìdí ni bàbá Àkàndé Tinubu náà tó ń kọ̀ǹtró irú ọpọlọ bàbá yẹn at that age láti because kí ni lẹ́gẹ́sì tó fẹ́ sílẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wọn àní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí ṣe ò ní gbàgbé ìran wọn pẹ̀lú stáàdì tí wọ́n ṣe yẹn so pé bóyá nílò yẹn irọ́ ni nǹkan tí èmi kàn fẹ́ advice yín ní sako ìpín pé jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa kí gbogbo wọn máa dìbò àtàkì iṣẹ́ wọn á jàre wọn lórí alótìtọ̀ ọ̀gá tó bá jẹ́ orí ara ẹ̀ ló jìlé lórí instrument wọn òun náà la máa fi ràn wọ́n lé mọ̀ so ìfẹ́ tó gbójúlé ebó táwọn ọmọ wa bá ti tura tó bá ti dúró àwọn náà la máa jágbà lọ́wọ́ wọn la máa fi kó wọn lẹ́gbàá so gbogbo irú àwọn tó jẹ́ stakeholder tí wọ́n ṣe meeting káàkiri yẹn Amẹ́ríkà lèmi wà mọ́ gbogbo system wọn mo mọ gbogbo so kò sí wọn àní bí ká lọ gbogbo wọn àwọn tó lọ ń pariwo lọ́dọ̀ òyìnbó tí ó ń benefit tó gba 40% of our economy tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́ lọ ọkàn ń wéjì táàmù ara wọn ni tí wọ́n rí referendum bá wà referendum bá wà àbúrò wa láàkín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe gan ni sir no going back ẹ ṣe gan ni torí àsìkò ẹ má bínú dádì wa torí àsìkò kalẹ̀ fáwọn lòkù náà ní àǹfààní àti bá wa dá sí in tó wà nílẹ̀ bí bàbá wa ṣe sọ whether there is going to be a referendum or not Nigeria must break ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ìta ṣe ń ṣe yẹn àkànpọ̀ wọn lé ni tó bá dójú ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ bá di pé ń fúnra wọn nǹkan kan máa lead sí nǹkan kan ni. When we started last year, nobody thought we would have the opportunity to go into a police station and demand a full release of anyone inside that police station. It goes okay in Kiakia under 1 minute.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir, Mr. Koiki.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Ẹ ti wọlé, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Go ahead. À ń gbọ́ yẹn máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Okay, sir. Mr. Koibi, okay. Kọ́kọ́ yọmí kò speaker nù. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Tibashi program to get with me. Because if not, we are holding the whole platform that the people are listening all over the globe. And we haven't got the time. I have to be off at exactly 4 o'clock. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n bá wa lọ nínú ètò náà. From wherever you're watching, we're fighting the right fight. It will be painful at some point, but the end will be better. Don't think about now. Let's think about the next future that we are fighting. 100 years ago, they would have loved to fight and defend, but they were not given that opportunity. We will not do the same mistake this time around. I would increase volume. It was on.
Hello, Yori?
It was on. Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, more saying to buy check one tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bọ́n ṣe ń kó ammunition wọlé láti Iran àti Iraq.
I've listened to it. Mo ti gbọ́ already. Mo ti gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn ti gbọ́ gbogbo yẹn sọ.
Then another thing tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé that's fine. So, hello?
Go ahead. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. There could be a delay network and all that.
Hello?
ẹ̀yẹn máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sẹ̀.
Okay, máa pè padà.
Shit.
Okay. So nǹkan tí mo tún fẹ́ sọ ni pé nípa ti meeting tí Tinubu pẹ̀lú àwọn governors yẹn, we have to tell the whole world that they are not representing the Yorubas. Jókòó ká yàn wọ́n pé àwọn ni leaders Yoruba. They are not representing us. The people need to know. And the second point is that the people need to know now that there is already war. Kọ́ máa sọ pé bóyá kìíní ogun yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àti ń jà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Wọ́n ti yà wọ̀n èèyàn ni because these people have surrounded the whole area. So kí ló tún kù? Ogun yẹn ti ń jà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Everybody kan ready. Kò sí pé bóyá káàní jagun yẹn kan gbàgbé ẹ̀. Gbogbo aláti gbàdúrà káàtì wọ́n àfẹ́ jagun. And the whole world, the UN know they want more pé Yorùbá already láti jagun because we are very, very accommodating people and we are not a violent people. But àwọn Fúlàní wọn ò ní gbà. Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín yẹn, wọn ò ní gbà. So àwa náà a gbọ́dọ̀ tètè dira gidi. Nípa ti Èkó, nípa ti rálì Èkó, ó ń yabọ̀ ni o. Ó ń yabọ̀ ni gbogbo a gbọ́dọ̀ dira because a mọ̀ pé Èkó gangan ni base àwọn people tí wọ́n like wáyé. So we need to prepare ourselves seriously for that rally. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Because of time, let's go straight to the next caller. +4475 94050 is the number to call. Let's go straight to the next caller. Hello, caller.
Hello,
I can't wait to go ahead.
Yeah, so ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn Britain yẹn pẹ̀lú wa, mo rọrọ̀ yẹn bí ìgbà kọ́mọdé ọmọ 7 years.
Sókè díẹ̀.
Níwòye ọdún tó ń bọ̀ fún òun àti.
Ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ sókè díẹ̀ alàgbà.
Okay, mo sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
Okay.
Okay, mo ní ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dá gbàdẹ́pọ̀ ọmọ 7 years.
Ó bẹ́tà nísìnyí. Yeah.
Wọ́n lérí lọ́wájú àwọn òbí ẹ̀ náà jẹ́ àwọn àǹtí àti àwọn àjẹ́ àwọn kùsẹ̀ pé níwòye ọdún tó ń bọ̀ fún òun máa bí wọn. Wọ́n á kàn ta ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dá mi. Iṣẹ́ bá a ṣe rí, bàbá fẹ́ sọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ bá a ṣe rí níwájú Britain nìyẹn. So they don't really consider our argument or our approach as really, really weighty. And I will tell you why. The reason is that ní tí ẹ bá máa ṣe orúkọ báyìí wá ṣe SWOT analysis wá ṣe báwo la ṣe lè handle kìíní. I will tell you wọn fẹ̀rọ mi lè rí bákan o but òótọ́ ò ní a máa sọ ní last week àbí nǹkankan ní I'm only using Baba because Baba is our leader. We have different leaders there, but Baba is the main leader. In last 2 weeks àbí nǹkan Baba lórí program pẹ̀lú Baba dẹ̀ lórí program yẹn pé nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ kí àwa tá wà ní diaspora ṣe ní ká máa lẹ́yà pẹ̀lú àwọn countries yẹn ká máa ṣe international team. And I thought to myself, kí ni mo mọ̀ pa international diplomacy? Okay, I call some other people. I should kill a more pie. Ọmọ tó wà ní part 1 kan ní international relations. People even do it far better than I would do it. People that have been in practice for well over a decade. My point is, we are not coordinated. Let us face it. Killing of India, economy, having allies, all of these things, the Nigerian government won't need to handle. We have our allies will Britain, they're not on our side. Having our Yoruba Republic is not a America, China, so they will not be on our side. So what we need to do now is kill our march to get these people to either be on our side or at least be neutral. What are things that we can do? And it's not some testimony. Baba has been a very powerful, a blessing to us. Baba is a visionary. However, there are some things Baba needs. Baba needs the areas that Baba needs people to join him in the managerial coordination and what is the view of this whole thing. We are not getting it right. Let's not discuss more. The emotion more Buhari.
Let me come in there.
we can say things on air. Just my last point, sir. We can say things on air and say that you are that good behind the scene. Because you don't push forward your strategic weakness as a way of decoy in war or in international relations. You don't put forward your strategic weakness. What case you put forward operational or what case tactical weakness. Strategic weakness pé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbọ́n àwọn abá ìkànnì mo fẹ́ lọ máa báṣe pẹ̀lú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Amẹ́ríkà pẹ̀lú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Canada kí ni mo mọ̀ again ọ̀rọ̀ títí ọgbọ́n 2 months ago nígbà tọ́rọ̀ tó fọ́n mi ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá sọ ń bá yẹn pé nǹkan tá a máa ṣe nípa máa ní central account which makes a lot of sense a máa ní central account a máa ní professional accounting company and then an auditing company tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí perfect brilliant idea. 2 weeks ago, Baba saw the same thing. Abalanda. We're not coordinated. If Baba cannot do everything, he needs people to help him to do things they cannot do. We are not coordinated. That's my point.
I'm going to respond to that, my last caller, just for a few minutes. I gave him enough time, and it's good to get the feedback. Let me say it clearly. Cherry, Irawata Droti Bababai is not going to stop what we want to do. Everybody think that this is going to be like you're writing an exam, you must be perfect. There's no perfect in struggle. There will be chaos. There will be what? Chaos. Sherry Bobo, diplomacy, is the other side of what Baba wants. What we want is totally different from what they want. But we align with them. I don't expect Baba to come out and be saying what I'm saying. He's not going to say so. No. Clearly. 3 months from now, 3 months from now, 3 months from today, if things that we are seeing now British. Hello, caller. 475-9050979. That is the number. If anybody thinks that this is going to be a struggle where we have to give the right record and all that, fuck all that. Ever mute the background and don't pay listen. Mute the background. And mute the background. Go ahead.
Stop.
And gbọ́ra yín nínú ilé and mute the background yẹn. I have no reason than to disconnect that call. We've said so many times, but people do not listen. Plus 4475-94050-979. So, and to you cannot listen to yourself and at the same time trying to listen to me. It doesn't work like that. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello. Okay. Mr. Koiki, I will talk in code. I will talk to you in code. It came out in 1977 into Shelley. It came out into Shelley in 1977 during the Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Shelley. During the Jimmy Carter. In 77. Yes. That is code 1 in Kotamashi British. That's what we need to. Code number 1. 1977, code number 2, 1983, Ondo State, into Ondo State, Onamaji found Yoruba leader. And law analyzing committee to Musofuni. Cherry code 97, 77, Popa Chenet, British. Within 1 or 2, 3 weeks, the next news people to watch Mama surround by will be attention will divert to Yoruba. Moment British. Abuja ló wà but wọ́n ní correspondence yìí ṣèkó òun ní 1977 yẹn tẹ́ bá ti understand nǹkan tí mo sọ mi ò lè sọ ju yẹn lọ action tanit nìyẹn ṣẹ́rí anything tá a bá sọ lẹ́yìn yẹn ariwo lásán ni wọn ò ní listen Bàbá ẹja fi bàbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣe ti wọn.
Oh, yeah,
But
let me.
we can do this
Yeah.
thing. Kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sà. Ẹ máa bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lọ.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni.
That's the code I want.
No problem. Ẹ ṣe gan ni. No problem. Plus 4475, we got about 15 minutes left. So that means I only push few more calls, then I'll close the broadcast. Hello, caller. It's a network sometimes. So we go straight to the next call. Hello, caller. Plus 4475 94050 Hello, caller. Go ahead. Ẹ ti wọlé caller. Ẹ mute background.
Hello.
Èyí tẹ́ ń gbọ́ yẹn ó wà delay. Ẹ mute yẹn pátápátá.
Hello.
À ń gbọ́ yín but ẹ mute background yẹn pátápátá. Sẹ́mà.
Hello.
Ẹ ń gbọ́ tinú ilé ìyẹn wà delay.
Hello. Shall I go first?
Ẹ go ahead.
Hello.
Ẹ go ahead, sir. All right, I'll leave the call for now where anyone can talk to me after that. Let me say this. Some of you are already saying, no, don't let the cat out of the bag. Let me say this. Toba Mafidi August, which is just around the corner. They've given everybody 120 days to be ended at the end of August or the middle of August. That means any company, not just British company, any company, Toba Fe operate in Sale, Nino Southwest, they will not operate on the constitution that we are working on. That's why are invalid. So let us get that right. Whether they are American company, they are Chinese company, whoever is going to be operating on the Yoruba land from the middle of August, when that constitution that we have been talking about have either gone to the people that we are talking to, everything will shut down. Everything will shut down. Constitution of British Nikon. When we are saying now that we don't have a constitution that is currently working for us as Yoruba people, people might say, oh, but you are still in Nigeria, things are running on its way. Because they are giving extra room for some of the things that should have been taking place at the beginning of this year. Some few things should have started at the beginning of this year, but they are giving a bit of more room. And that room cannot continue like that. We must put a full stop to it. Let me say this clearly. When they came down to merge us together, nobody was told. When we want to leave, we are telling them now, and we will tell them so many things. But the message that we are telling them now is the Yorubas are not the Yorubas of 1914. They are not the Yorubas of 1970, 1960. These are breed of different generation, and we will end Nigeria. Whether British like it, whether American like it, oh yes, people will talk to them, which they're already doing, and I'm aware of that because I have a bit of access to those that are talking to them, but I don't have to go into those classified details. Some are working tirelessly. Some of you watching me, brilliant Yoruba men and women, day and night, talking to the international community. So when our brother says, oh, he doesn't have the policy and all that, I hope you've written down to your senator in America or Canada where you live. That is also one thing that you can do. So we shouldn't put the blame. Oh yes, there might be, one organization that is not properly well as for us looking at, Professor Akintoye. But everybody play their own role. My role is what I'm playing now. And my role is, if we have to damage things, let us damage it. If we have to do it nicely, we do it nicely. It doesn't matter. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of saying that. Because when the white people came to damage us, they did so intentionally. So why should we be scared to say, fuck them if we have to take down any of their building and all that nonsense? We shouldn't be scared of that. Because for years, and that is why every one of us have lived out of our own land. So why should we be scared to say that we will take their building down, we will do whatever we want to do? Why should we be scared of that? ṣé nígbà táwọn wá ṣe damage fún àwa ṣé àwọn consult àwa ni? They were not scared. They were not scared. White people were not scared when they came down to put us into this fucking mess that we are in now. Sorry for that language, because I know some of the children are watching. So why should I be scared? To their ears, whether they want to listen or not is not my problem. We will take it down. If it means to destroy things, we will destroy it. If we mean diplomacy, we will do diplomacy. If we mean to damage things, we will damage it. Do you know how many lives have been damaged? And you are talking about, oh, Koiki Obama this one day. Who give a toss about that? F word for some of you thinking that in that direction. Trying to survive, getting into Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea. Oh, because you traveled into your land that you think is your real home. You've traveled to UK, America, Canada by the plane. Have you thought about those that have traveled through the land border of Libya trying to make their way to Italy? And yet, they refuse to do so. Fuck anyone thinking in that direction. We will destroy anyone that wants to destroy us. It's as simple as that. We will destroy them. We will destroy them because we have already been destroyed. We've told them we want to leave. There's nothing more than that. I'm not saying Nigeria more. Is it a force to be part of Nigeria? Let us destroy it. If we destroy it, we start it all over again. And some of you that says, oh, don't damage building, don't do this. What's the police station? What's the college? You think those Hausa people give a fuck about whether the building goes down or not? They don't give a toss. Go to Suleja police station yesterday. They took the whole building down completely. They don't care whether people were inside it as well. Some of our boys that have kept in the prison as well, we're telling them, you refuse to do so, the consequence of what would happen will be bigger than any governor, will be bigger than any commissioner of police, will be bigger by anyone in each of the states. I've told you, one state will trigger that switch off light, and we are not scared of whatever the consequence is. The consequence is we will rather destroy more of what they've destroyed in us. They've destroyed it already. So what is the essence of us living in Europe, in America, and yet our identity has been thrown away into the river? You think they respect you? They don't give a toss whether you own a British or American passport or you have indefinite stay. Some of us have been pushed, and this time around, we will push them as well. We will push them to the brink, and whether they like it or not, we will break up Nigeria that they love so much. It is their last empire, and that empire will definitely have to come down. There's no doubt about it. But one thing is, prepare your people on the ground. Prepare your loved ones. I've told you so many times since last year, it will start whether you like it or not. It will go blow. June 12th will be also a day that we will have to remember. One thing is, we will not continue to be slaves. We have been slaves. That's why we have spent decades of years living outside our land. And that same land is what you are not telling me we should keep, so that those that wants to enslave us will continue to talk about election, talk about security, talk about jobs. Oh, this is the time they know that there's insecurity in the land, when Yorubas are already going into a real pain. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and one thing is, take a look at me very well. This is not a mask. You can see, this is me. This is me. We stand firm, shoulder to shoulder, with every single Yoruba sons and daughters, old men, young men, powerful, strong, intellectual. We will listen to you. We will take your advice. But one thing I can tell you is, we will destroy Nigeria before Nigeria destroy the next coming generation. It has destroyed some of us already. Don't think because we live outside the country for a very, very long time. I've told you, it's just an opportunity. Not many people will ever have that same opportunity like some of us have had. And that means those of us that know the right thing to do, if the peaceful way is not going to work, we will destroy it in the anarchy stage. That stage is going to happen whether they like it or not. Pass the message to them. whether the diplomat that we've talked about, whether the country that we talked about, whether the Yoruba politician, the Igbo politician, tell them there is no one in Aso Rock. They are playing game, but our concern focus in the southwest. We will give more notice. We will tell them this is not longer that time. This time is different. Oh yes, continue to pray. Prayer is good. Continue to do all the isheshe. Continue to consult all the oracles and the gods in the land. But the gods are already waiting for us to activate. Nothing tombo lojo play tiko liga. Forget about all the nonsense bloggers that they're talking all the nonsense and the write-up and the stories. They are all fucking distraction. Nigeria will break. You might not like it. You might hate it. I will be part of those that will stand firm and destroy Nigeria, because Nigeria have destroyed so many people. Have a very good afternoon. Bye for now.